Hello YouTube. Right, here we go. So this is the pack. It's like a little leg pouch that you can see with various bits and pieces as we get into it. So without further ado, I'm trying to do this all one-handed. I've got thousands of pounds worth of camera equipment, and did I forget to bring all of it out? Of course I did, because I'm a cock. Now, my 100% grumpy tin. In there is the world's supply of cotton and Vaseline. Without a shadow of a doubt, my favourite fire starter. You are never ever not going to get a spark with that. It is so easy to do. Flint and steel, ferro rod, strike, whatever you like, bang, that's off and it's away, and that's a fire going. And it's easy. It never lets you down. Never. So I always keep a lot of that in there. So in this pouch here is an Israeli bandage, little first field dressing. Always handy to have something first aidy in your fire kit, because you're dealing with fire, you know, burns, you're dealing with knives, sharps, cuts, you know. I don't have to, you know, bang on about first aid in your kits. So there's just I know it's not a full first aid kit, but it's just an Israeli bandage. I have got my first aid field kit near to hand if I need it for any emergency. So in this pocket, little torch and a little knife. I'm not going to teach you all how to suck eggs, but it's just there. So you've got a little knife and a little torch as well, should you need it in the night. Now to the main event itself. Oh no, not to the main event, but nice big striker. And in there, you've all seen these, this is Mr. Scooty. In there there's tinder strips and a striker and all sorts in there, so you've got that. And in here is a little saw for processing your wood and to do, and as you can tell, the only brand that I like is the Silky. It's an amazing little pocket boy, I think they call that one. Yep, pocket boy. Yep, and there it is. So there's your processing, your feather sticking. So you've got everything all covered in there. And now this is the main event itself. I'll move this over to one side. Now Dave Canterbury, he used, so basically this, now everything in here, it's a an army, American army tin, yeah, mess kit. And the reason why it's in a mess kit, I think Dave used a different style of mess kit. I couldn't get hold of the one that he had, so I used my imagination and initiative and went for the next best thing, following the kind of ethos that he was preaching. And that is, that fire kit, everything in there will get me a fire going, and it will also, cheers Ed, thank you, and it also now gives me, once I've got a fire going, it gives me a cook kit. So, and a little saucepan, frying pan, whatever you like. So everything is in there. So there's the lid. So I'm not going to bore you silly with all the stuff that's in it, but you've got dry tinders, firelight, Ranger bands I think they call it, but all it is basically is just in a tube. You'll get that going, not a problem at all. Sorry about the camera work. This char cloth, fire, fat wood, pencil sharpener. Pencil sharpener, I hear you say. Why on earth would you have a pencil sharpener? Because it makes great shavings. You just get a stick, shave it, and you've got shavings, and you're not using the blade on your knife and running the risk of you cutting yourself or anything like that making your shavings. You just wallop a stick in there and that'll make your shavings. That's why I carry a pencil sharpener. I've got BCB Fire Dragon gel. Again, you know that you're going to get a fire going with that, and at a push you can use that to cook over. Jute twines, loads of those. A lighter. This is one of those taser type style, and I hear you ask, does that hurt if you stick your finger? It fucking does, so don't do it. It's like a miniature bloody taser, but only 10 quid off of eBay, cheap as chips, but you will get, you know, you'll get a fire going. Once you've got the fire going, that bellows, yep. Little cards, little stick, you know, dry stuff. That's the charger for the lighter. Keep that with the lighter, then you'll never, if you need a battery charger or something like that, you've got it there. What else? Right, so that's glycerin, and I believe in there, yep, there's a pot of potassium permanganate. Now, potassium permanganate, not a lot of people, if you don't realise that that has more than one use in your kit, you can dilute that in a little bit of water to sterilise water. You know the stuff that you go to the when you go to the dentist and he gets you to swill your mouth out and spit? That's what it is. That's why it's a little purple colour. That will go purple. Now, if you was in winter and you needed to mark your position or something like that, you just get an handful of that into some water. That makes a very, very, very potent purple liquid, and you can spread that around on your snow to make a very visible marker from the air to help in rescue and stuff like that. But you use your potassium permanganate in your glycerin and you get a chemical fire. Keep them separated, and you don't want them to mix and combust in your tin. Flint, yep, so you just get a flint and steel, bit of char cloth, you've got a fire going or an ember going there, bit of amadou, a candle, more dry cotton, more flint with a steel, yeah, so I can get an ember going with some char cloth or that going, that'll go, no problem. Some more jute in there is the complete kit of my Hudson Bay fire tin. So in there, magnifying glass, and the complete kit that comes with. So there's a little bit of flint in there, more steel. There's some more little, made these myself basically. What these are is they're cotton wool with Vaseline, but in a straw. So you just basically you seal the end with a hot pair of pliers, pinch it, leave that end open, stuff it full of cotton wool and Vaseline, and seal it up the other end, and it's completely waterproof. You can stick that in water, get it immersed and everything else, open that, and that'll give you a strike over the top of it, and that'll get your fire going. Another lighter, ferro rod with a little Sammy pot, more char cloth, a Fresnel lens in there as well. So a Fresnel lens has got multiple uses as well. You can use it to assist in digging out splinters, you can use it as signalling, and you can also use it to magnify the sun. Not that you get much of that in the fucking UK, but it's there. And these are an EDC fire kit refill pack. So if you've got the thing in there, all of that. So once you've got your fire going, you now got something to cook on. You can then also use that over there, put all your cloth and everything else, and you can make char cloth, which gives you further stuff to strike your flint and steel and everything else. It just gives you multiple options over many times for making your fire. I hope you found that interesting, and hope it was worthy of a like and a subscribe and a comment, and I'll catch you all later on. All the best. Cheers.